Hey everybody, look at me, freshly shaved, even got the teeth in. First time I've actually worn them since I've moved to Arkansas, but I was talking just a few minutes ago to a 36-year-old Italian fashion model turned crypto business, financial broadcaster, and was feeling just a little too Arkansas, so I spiffed up a bit. But usually, even when I'm doing, interviews with a video component, I'm looking pretty scruffy. Pretty, I hate to say it, it's an ugly term, but it's the one that just leaps to mind to describe my usual appearance, which normally this time of year does not involve sleeves. White trash. Anyway, I share my white trash shelf with the folks that I'm interviewing, via StreamYard for the Padverb Podcast. One such person recently was a guy named Philip Dusick. Now, that's not the correct pronunciation of his name, but it is good enough for government work, as we say. He doesn't try to get people to, Americans anyway, to pronounce the weird special characters in his name, and he's Czech. Here's the other. Check out the book. It's got two front covers because it's two books. The white pages are the novel. The black pages are a nonfiction book that is an element in the novel. So you can read them in either order. I'm going to start with the black pages because, well, I'm more likely to get through it that way. This is all for the Padverb Podcast. Let's see, I'll put a Padverb logo right there. These seat of the pants, very low effort YouTube videos that I put up, I guess because I've been doing it for a long time, one of these gets certainly more feedback, and I think even more hits than the Padverb Podcast episodes. That should change because a lot more effort goes into those Padverb Podcast episodes than goes into these videos. They're long, full-length interviews, and basically it's the C-Realm podcast, except I've got a professional crew working with me doing the editing, setting up the interviews, doing all the stuff that isn't just yakking into a microphone. So, that lets me focus on the yakking into the microphone part. Now, I do actually do some independent research. I mean, the producers, they provide me with, a report on each guest, a guest card, they call it. But, I don't rely on that. I go and do my own research. So there's a little bit more than just, starting, hitting start and blah, blah, blah. But anyway, please do check it out. And check out the Padverb website, not just for my podcast, but it's got some neat features. Like, you can follow a bunch of different guests, and then it'll create a custom RSS feed for you. So, you can just plug that feed into your podcatcher. In addition to all the other shows that you see, there'll be a customized podcast feed. Like if you have particular guests that you'd like to follow, you should follow me. I'm mostly a host, but sometimes I'm on other people's shows. Then any show that I appear on that you might not even, not only are you not following it, you may never have heard of it. It'll just show up in your podcast feed. There's another thing you can do, which is if you're a podcaster yourself and you create a Padverb account, you can then go and find any other public figure on Padverb and click on them, and it'll create a map showing how you're connected to that person. So, for example, let's see. Well, I was going to look it up, but this makes it real easy. I'm a big fan of Charles Hoskinson, the creator of Cardano. And because of the interview that I just recorded with Steffi B, she works for IOHK, or now it's called IO Global, which is one of the companies that has built the Cardano blockchain. She knows Charles Hoskinson. She's interviewed him. So now I'm one step away from Charles Hoskinson on the social graph. There are other paths, I interviewed this person, they interviewed this person, they interviewed this person, that put me 4 steps from Elon Musk, which is a lot of fun for me. I'd like to get that down to 0 steps, but, 1 step at a time. Anyway, do check out the Padverb Podcast. And I'm not going to riff on politics or any of my other subjects that might get me grumpy here, because none of that stuff is really associated with Padverb. I'm a voice on Padverb. I try to keep my political opinions to myself on that podcast, although I don't always succeed. If you check out my conversation with Max Osborne of Osborne Capital, you can see my anti-Blue Tribe bias and also my residual libertarian tendencies seeping through. Anyway, check it out. And as always, when it's been a long time between videos, apologies. The videos, they just come last because of financial considerations. The other things that I do that, I get paid for, I have to prioritize over the videos. And then if I haven't done a video in a long time, the rhythm is gone, the momentum is gone. And then it's kind of hard to get it started again. Although it's not that hard. I mean, it's just a matter of hitting record on the phone. Anyway, I'm going to take off this shirt now because it's hot. Talk to you later. I guess I should say, I'm going to take off this shirt, and when I do, it's going to get really hot in here. But, any yoga I do is hot yoga, that sort of thing. Catch you later.